Hello. Yesterday we saw how a circle can become a framework for discovering continuous triangles, sine waves, and many other beautiful ideas. Today, let's take the opposite approach. What happens if we remove properties that seem fundamental to shapes? What if distance no longer matters? What if angles do not matter? What if straight and curved lines are treated the same way? What kind of geometry would that create? Well, this leads to one of the strangest and most creative areas of mathematics we call topology. Topology studies shapes in a very unusual way. Rather than focusing on measurements, topology focuses on deeper structure. Shapes can stretch and bend like rubber without losing their essential identity. And this leads to the surprising idea that a coffee mug and donut are considered the same shape. That does sound ridiculous at first, but topologists are not focused on exact appearances. They focus on something deeper. Literally, the number of holes in the object. A donut has one hole, a coffee mug has one hole, the handle. So from a topological perspective, they belong to the same family. Now, what changed was not the object. What changed was what we chose to prioritize. See, for a long time, topology seemed like one of those strange mathematical playgrounds, but with little practical value. Just curious people exploring abstract ideas. But over time, these strange ideas began helping us understand the universe itself. For example, at the quantum level, the world of the incredibly small, topology now helps physicists describe how particles and fields behave. And at the largest scales, topology helps scientists think about the possible shape of the universe itself. Does space curve back on itself? What is the overall shape of reality? Questions that once sounded purely philosophical became deeply mathematical. A new perspective changed what we could see. And I think this is part of what Eddie Wu means when he says that mathematics gives us a new sense for seeing the world. And as I let my imagination flow, topology challenges me to think differently about life. To me, topology is an exercise in choosing to focus on different things than I did before. So, here's a question that I ask myself. What if I stopped evaluating people mainly by outward measurements, such as their appearance, their status, wealth, or even success? What if I focus more on things like character, kindness, wisdom, and love? That shift changes the focus of what matters to me. And as I move into my second half of life, I find myself caring more deeply about relationships and presence, compassion, and listening well. This way of seeing does not happen automatically. It requires intentional focus. But the more I practice, the more beauty I discover in life, much like the surprising beauty found in topology. So this week, as we think about transformation, perhaps one of the first steps is learning to look beyond the measurements that we thought mattered most. Because some of the most important things in life may not be something that we can measure, but they are deeply worth pursuing.